Well, coming up on today's show, spring's just around the corner, and this is our Business Around Town show. And boy, we got a great lineup for you. It's time to get that yard ready for the summer months, and so we had an opportunity to talk to year-round landscaping. We also found a great restaurant in Asheville called Jackie Ray's Grill. And when you talk about some fabulous food, you don't want to miss that on today's show. There is a lot to see and a lot to do with those warm days coming. Renee, what'd you find?
Well, thanks, Mike. Well, we went all over the city, and we're going to take you to a couple of places where you're going to find some unique gift items as well as some delicious treats. I'm Renee Warner, and along with Mike Kilburn, we are Out and About Columbus.
Well, if you're like me, there's nothing better than just walking around a bookshop and looking at all the different titles that you can see. Just a lot of interesting subjects. It's a great way to spend an afternoon. We had an opportunity to talk to Dan Brewster. He has a new bookstore located in the Short North called Prologue Bookshop. And it is beautiful, packed with titles, and they got some great events coming up. Well, Dan, welcome down about Columbus. Good to have you and Prologue Books on the show.
Hi, thank you.
So why did you decide to open a bookstore up in the Short North?
Yeah, so bookstores are a really important part of our communities and our neighborhoods, and I believe that every neighborhood should have a local bookstore. They help promote reading and literacy and provide outlets to parts of the world that you don't even know about. And so I felt we had a great opportunity here to bring a bookstore into a new part of Columbus and really help build the community.
Yeah, that certainly makes sense. Well, I guess there's some books you're pretty excited about that are coming out in the spring here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We have some really good titles that have just come out, and I'm really excited to share them with our viewers here. Our bestseller for the year so far has actually been Go Ahead in the Rain, Notes to a Tribe Called Quest by Hanif Abdurraqib, who is a local Columbus author right in central Columbus here. And we have done really well with his book, and we're really excited. Some other titles I'm really excited about for this spring. We have a book coming out, a collection actually called Yes, She Can. It's from 10 ladies who worked in the Obama White House, including one, Eleanor Celeste, who is in Columbus and is a Columbus native, and she'll actually be doing an event with her coming up this fall. Also, we have Black Leopard, Red Wolf by Marlon James, which has been a big seller for us on the fiction side as well.
Well, Dan, that's exciting. I understand that you got some events coming up.
Yeah, so I think a really big part of having a local bookstore is having events out in the community. So we have a number of book clubs that we've started here at the store. We also have our first open mic night coming up on Thursday, March 28th. This will be an event where people can come and read poetry and prose and fiction, nonfiction essays to just an audience, and people are welcome to come and stop by for that. We also have a bunch of author events coming up. We have the authors of the Charlie Tractor series are coming to do a children's story time. That is going to be Saturday, May 11th at 11 a.m. We have a couple other author events later on that month. And most excitingly, we have Independent Bookstore Day coming up. This is the last Saturday in April every year, this year, April 27th. And we are partnering with the other independent bookstores in Columbus to do some really exciting events. So watch for that and make sure to check our website.
Yeah, sounds great. Well, speaking of that, let's get some contact information where folks can find you here in the Short North.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are at 841 North High Street, which is right by the intersection of Hubbard, or our website anytime, prologuebookshop.com, including our online store.
Thanks, man. Welcome to Edition to Columbus and the Short North. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Shopping should be more than just trying to find something. It should have meaning and be fun. And that's just what you'll find at Blissful Trends at the shops at Worthington Place. Nupur told us more about the experience she's created and some of the things you'll find when you come into the store. Nupur, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thank you so much for having us out to Blissful Trends here at the shops at Worthington Place. And I just want to say this is really a beautiful store, and it's more than just a store where you can buy gifts. It's actually an experience. Tell us about it.
Exactly. Thank you for coming out here. We really appreciate that. So Blissful Trends was really created a year ago. In 2018, I started changing the store a lot. We started out as Asian Traditions, and then we became Blissful Trends end of 2017. It's all about positive, mindful, comfortable things. And we offer the experience, and that's what I wanted to create, where things are not crammed in, and it's not like jam-packed where you can't move. There are things that have meaning associated to everything that I have in the store, which means Buckeyes, the OSU apparel, which is really near and dear to me because I myself is a graduate 2 times from Ohio State. And then we have comfort clothing. I have accessories to match with it. So everything that people love is what I have tried to center the store around.
Well, you can tell because these aren't your run-of-the-mill things you're going to find anywhere. You can tell each and everything has been handpicked. Beautiful, unique items. Something that if you're looking for a special gift for someone or even yourself, it's perfect.
Yep, that's what it is all about. Positive, mindful, meaningful, comfortable. And then lately I've been going into natural beauty, which is why I've included Mukha Timur, who's the owner. He's in downtown. He's been there 18 years. He primarily developed that line for cancer patients. So I wanted to do something in that regard, and hopefully in the future I'm looking forward to partner with oncologists and Being Cancer Society to raise money for that cause and have that makeup here available for people to be easily accessible. We try to incorporate a lot of local and USA products wherever I can find vendors that would be here.
And do you have a website?
Yes, we do. It's www.blissful-trends.com. So basic information is there, but for you to come in and really see what we're all about, you have to come in.
Wonderful. Thank you again for having us out, and it's a wonderful store.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, does your grass kind of look dead like this and maybe debris on the grass? Well, you need to call Year-Round Landscaping to get ready for spring and summer. Get that lush green grass up. This man can do it all for you. We had an opportunity to talk to Ty Woods from Year-Round Landscaping, and he told us all about what you need to do to get ready for spring. Well, Ty, good to have you and Year-Round Landscaping back on the show.
It's always a pleasure, Mike.
It is indeed. Well, you know what, man? I'm so excited. I'm starting to feel these temperatures get a little bit warmer as we head into spring, and I know it's a great time for you. So what are some of the services that people are going to be looking for as we head to spring?
Well, I know everybody's getting ready for spring, probably looking for a fertilizer company, lawn mowing service, maybe a paver patio down the road. Well, I'm happy to say that we could take care of all of that for you and more.
So right now, what should people be thinking about as we head into spring?
Well, one of the first things, get that early spring cleanup. Get those leaves off the lawn, because if you don't, it's going to interfere with the fertilizer and everything else going on down the road. I won't get too technical about that. By then, the grass will be growing, and then it's weed time probably.
Now, when are people thinking about mulching beds and that kind of thing? I know you do that.
Yes, that's for sure. We can take care of that as well. That's going on right now as well. Probably peaking around into April, Mother's Day. This is the perfect time to plan for things like that. You don't want to wait to the last minute to get those things lined up.
Right. You know, I know one of the things that we talk about year-round landscaping, because you do things for people year-round, and that's what's real key about your business. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, see, and that's what separates us from most people, most other companies, because we eliminate the hassles of going around hiring one company to do your fertilizer, another one to do the yard cleanup, and then if you do want a paver patio, who are you going to start to call then? We can take all of that in-house, one person, one company, and create a plan that's fit for you.
Well, give us some contact information, Ty, so we can schedule some of those appointments and start getting these homes ready.
If you need more information, check out our new website, www.landscaping365.com, or call us up. We'll be happy to help.
Great service, man. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Mike.
Would you like your business to appear on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more. Well, if you want homemade bread that's not only delicious, but healthy, Great Harvest Bread Company in Westerville is the place for you to come. We talked with Jim, who told us more about their milling process and what makes their bread so unique. Well, Jim, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thank you so much for having us out at the Great Harvest Bread Company.
Well, thank you. We're happy to have you here.
Well, I wish everyone could smell what I'm smelling because it smells delicious. I don't know how you work with this. I'd be big as a house smelling this, eating this stuff. This is wonderful, wonderful products you have here. And tell us why this is healthy bread and healthy products versus what you would think wouldn't be.
Well, the first thing is that we use no sugar or no oils in our bread. We use honey as a sweetener. Our whole wheat breads, we have a stone mill here in the store, and we mill our own whole wheat flour each day. So everything that you see here, all the loaves, they were all hand kneaded, made from scratch. We mix it up in bowls with wooden paddles in the morning.
Well, tell us more about the mill that you use, because that really makes you different.
Yes, it does. I think we're one of the few people that do that. And we have a stone mill here in the store. And each day in the morning, we mill the wheat berries. And then we use the freshly milled flour. It sits overnight and cools, and then we use it the next morning. So there's no refining process in our whole wheat flour at all. It comes straight out of the mill, and then we use it right away.
Well, I know when we came in, we were offered a free slice of bread, and I have to tell you, it is some of the best bread I've ever tasted.
Well, thank you.
Tell us about some of the products we're going to find when we come here.
Well, naturally, we have the basics, the white bread, wheat bread. We make a different multi-grain bread each day. And then our specialty breads, the cinnamon chip, cinnamon swirl. We make a cheddar garlic like we have today. So each day of the week we have the everyday breads is what we call them. And then we have specialty breads in addition to that, and it's different each day of the week.
I see. So tell us how we can find out more information about the Great Harvest Bread Company. Besides coming here and trying it, how else can we find out?
Well, you can find us on our webpage, which is breadco at sbcglobal.net. Our phone number here is 614-899-6100.
Jim, thank you again for having us out and letting us try your delicious treats.
Well, thank you. I appreciate having you guys.
Well, I'll tell you, we found a great restaurant down in Asheville, and it is a must-try on the Out and About Columbus list. It is Jackie Ray's Grill, and it is fabulous. We had an opportunity to spend some time with Crystal and Vince, learn more about this restaurant, some of the music, and some of the opportunities you're going to have to come and enjoy some great food here. Well, Crystal, welcome to Out and About Columbus.
Thank you.
And Vince, good to have you on the show.
Good to have you here, Mike.
I tell you, when I pulled up, the building is absolutely beautiful. Let's start off with a little bit of history on the building and Jackie Ray's.
Yeah, the history of the building. This building was built in 1905, and it was the electric generation building for the Traction Line Railroad, which was the electric railroad that ran from Columbus to Chillicothe. And in 2015, Jack Ray Hooks converted it into a restaurant. Beautiful, wonderful atmosphere, cozy inside.
Well, you know what makes any restaurant great, of course, is the food. So let's talk a little bit about what we're going to find here at Jackie Ray's.
Well, you're going to find a lot of food here. One of our most popular is the prime rib, which we serve on Fridays and Saturdays. And then also another big one is our fish and chips and our fish sandwich, which is very popular.
Tell me I won't go away hungry?
You're not going away hungry today.
Yeah, I think you're right, Vince. Well, Crystal, let's learn a little bit about the event center. We got the chance to check that out a little bit. So what kind of events do you hold here and how many people and those kinds of things?
We have a banquet hall upstairs, and we hold 40 people, and we can do weddings, meetings. We can do baby showers, bridal showers, you name it.
One of the things, we are all getting ready for summer here, right? We're like within days of the warm weather coming in, and I couldn't help but notice the beautiful patio you have here.
Patio, yes, I'm working on it now, just getting a little bit warmer. We're going to have bands. We're going to have an outside tiki bar. We're going to have outside service as well, and we're looking forward to those warm days.
Well, give us some contact information where we can find you here in Asheville area.
We're located at 20 Cromley Street, Asheville, Ohio, and you can find us on the web under Facebook or under JackieRaysGrill.com.
Sounds great. Crystal, it's a pleasure. Thanks so much for having us out.
Thank you, Mike.
Vince, thank you.
Thank you.
We had an opportunity to talk to Customized Cleaning Solutions and ProCare Carpet Cleaning. And have you ever done this to your carpet by accident, just like I did? Well, they got a tip that you can get that stain out. And if you can't get it out, they sure can. We talked to Ted and Travis to learn more. Travis, good to have you on the show. Ted, good to have you on the show. And Custom Cleaning Solutions. So tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, we have two companies, actually. Our parent company is Customized Cleaning Solutions, and we also have another division, which is our ProCare Carpet Cleaning. Our Customized Cleaning Solutions division is primarily a janitorial service, and we can pretty much accommodate any commercial setting from preschools, medical facilities, offices, warehouses.
Fantastic. Well, Travis, turning to you, let's talk a little bit about ProCare.
ProCare, yeah. So we've been in business for about 20 years. So, Columbus and also Westerville areas are our main focus. And we want to make sure that we ask the customers exactly what they're looking for so we can clean the carpets, whether it be a pet stain or coffee stain or anything like that out of the carpets.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, speaking of stains, let's turn to Ted. I understand you have a stain. You're going to create a stain today instead of an accidental one, but let's see what you're going to do here. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. Well, basically, I'm just give you a little tip on if you have a spill at home. Mm-hmm. So what I'm going to do here, just pour a little Coke there. What you always want to do with a stain or a spill is you always want to blot first. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we're going to use just a carpet cleaning solution. And I'm just take a book. And now you notice I put this in a Ziploc bag.
I did.
Because I do not want any ink from the book transferring to the carpet. Right. So I'm just going to let that sit there. So what's going to happen is that stain, instead of stopping at the top of the carpet, it's going to go up into those paper towels.
Well, that's a great tip. That really is. Well, give us some contact information, Ted, where we can find you, learn more information, and have you out to take care of some of these big stains that we create.
Okay. Well, for janitorial services, you can go to cleanwithccs.com, or you can call us at 614-291-6699.
Sounds great. Ted, thanks for being on the show. Travis, thank you. Great information, guys.
Like the Out and About Columbus Facebook page for pictures, video, and more on the show, including news about upcoming shows and even exclusive behind-the-scenes content. That's facebook.com/OutandAboutColumbus.
With all the tax laws changing, the complexities, you want to find a preparer who can really take care of business. And that's what we did. We went out in search and found George Gander Taxes. You want to talk to Brian Correll. We had an opportunity to talk to him and learn more about the services he provides taxpayers here. Well, Brian, good to have you and George Gander Tax Service on the show.
I'm glad to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about the history of the company, because I find that pretty interesting.
Yeah, my stepfather was doing taxes about 30 years ago. He was an IRS agent and started doing taxes over here on Parsons Avenue. And he's my stepfather, so I had to take over the business. And here we are today, 2019.
Well, I know that there's been a lot of changes in the taxes and preparation, especially with all the tax changes. So how are you different than other tax prep services?
We treat like family. People come in, they sit down, we immediately knock it out. 45 minutes later, they're usually in and out. And it worked for George. He had over 2,000 clients when I took it over, and we took it up a lot more than that. So that's how we are today.
You know, one of the things I found pretty interesting is the hours you keep.
Yeah, that's the biggest complaint, but the customers demand it. I'm in here at 5:30 in the morning, 7 days a week. We work from 5:30 to 6 in the afternoon. We do walk-ins 5:36. We have a line out there in the mornings. People come in, we get their taxes done, and then we start appointments around 8 to 9 o'clock every day, 7 days a week.
Well, you know, we had an opportunity to talk to one of your clients, and he told us about the tax service he's received here. Well, John, tell us why you have your taxes done here at George Gardner.
Over the 9 years that I've been coming here, I think the biggest thing for me is peace of mind, and they do an amazing job. It's a quick and painless thing every time that I come here, and I always feel like I'm really always taken care of.
Well, in the confusing world of taxes, how do we get an appointment here and get in here to get a return done?
You can go to our website, ggtohio.com, and that's 580 South High Street. Like I said, right there by German Village Brewery District.
Fantastic. Brian, thanks so much for being on the show. Great information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we stopped by Absolute Hearing Solutions, and I'll give you 3 good reasons why you should do business with Absolute Hearing Solutions. Number 1, price, service, and they always are on the leading edge of technology. Greg Van Horsen told us more. Well, Greg, good to have you back on Out and About Columbus.
Great. Yeah, thanks for having us back.
You know, Absolute Hearing Solutions, whenever anyone asks me, they always say, is that guy really have the best deals in town, is that? And I say, absolutely. It is an incredible business that you have here. Let's talk about some of the technology and then get into how you can do the pricing you do.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, there's a lot of new technology out, and with hearing aids with the brain and how it actually works with the brain and how it helps with the brain, a lot of it is just in stimulation. When we talk about stimulating the brain, it's very, very important, especially when you start losing your hearing, because if you don't stimulate the brain, you start losing cells in the auditory area, and that the hearing aids actually help that from going down. And so the hearing aids have gotten really more powerful and stronger chip-wise, and they're actually able to do a lot more things with the iPhone. You can listen on the television by following these different apps, and it's really nice to help get the customer and the patient involved in retraining their brain and keeping their brain active, because that's the most important component of as people age, is keeping the brain active.
One of the things that people ask, I know you've received a ton of awards from Angie's List and the Dispatch, and you've been the pick. Mm-hmm. How is it that you can be so competitive price-wise in what you do here?
Well, we just choose to do that. I mean, other places just have their standard pricing, and when we're actually on our 10th year, and like you said, we were the top pick for last year in the Dispatch, and we won the Angie's List Super Service Award. So,
it's an exciting future.
Yes.
There's no doubt. We'll give us some contact information, Greg, and let's send some folks your way.
Oh, no problem. Give us a call at the phone number at the bottom of the screen, or look us up at www.absolutehearingsolutions.com.
Fantastic. Greg, good seeing you again. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us back.
When you change your direction, you change your life. And that's just what New Directions Career Center is here to do. We talked with Katie and Kelly, who told us more about their mission and the big fundraiser coming up. Well, Katie and Kelly, welcome down about Columbus, and thank you for having us out to New Directions Career Center. And let me start with you, Katie. Tell us a little bit about why the work here at New Directions is so important.
New Directions Career Center for Women empowers women to be able to be self-sufficient. When you come to a point in your life where you know you need a career change, this is the place to come. Or maybe you want to excel in the career that you're in, but don't quite know what direction to take to get there. It was a wonderful experience. I'll never forget.
Well, Kelly, let me turn to you. Let's talk about the Women of Promise. That there's a big event coming up, but first tell us, what is the Women of Promise?
Well, the Women of Promise is women who have gone through the center and graduated. They look at all those women and what they do now and how they've taken what they've learned and put it into practice.
Well, tell us about your big event coming up that helps to keep New Directions going and helping other women.
Yeah, it's our signature fundraising event. It is happening on April 11th, and it's an opportunity for companies, individuals to provide that financial support for the Career Center, for these women to, and for me, what I went through, I didn't have to pay hardly anything, and I got all this training, all this development, counseling, encouragement, empowerment to move on with my career of choice and reach my goals of economic self-sufficiency.
It's so wonderful. Tell us how we can find out more information about New Directions Career Center.
Simply go onto the website, newdirectionscc.org.
Wonderful. Thank you again, both of you, for coming on and telling us about your experiences and about this great event coming up. If it's happening in Central Ohio, you can find it on our events page. onacolumbus.com will give you detailed information on everything: arts, entertainment, education, sports, theater, and more. Go to onacolumbus.com and click on ONA Events.
Well, we stopped by another Brothers Roofing job, this in the Worthington area, and this customer actually wanted some heavy-duty shingles. Well, Bill Smith certainly gave him the right product and the right things that he needed to get this job done correctly. We even talked to the homeowner about why he selected Brothers Roofing. Well, Bill, welcome down to About Columbus. Good to have you back on the show.
Thank you, sir. Glad to be here.
You know, Brothers Roofing has a great reputation, and this is one of the jobs you're doing here in the Worthington area that is just amazing. It kind of speaks to the quality of roof that you put on a home. And talk a little bit about this.
Well, this roof is pretty special. Actually, yesterday, we were using a Certainteed shingle. It's called a Presidential. It's a double and even triple laminate shingle. It's very strong, very thick, very heavy. And this particular homeowner, Frank Johnson, this is what he wanted on his home. He wanted to ensure that this roof was going to last a very long time. He wants to retire here.
Well, we had an opportunity to talk to Frank Johnson and ask him why he picked Brothers Roofing, and this is what he told us.
Did some research, and Brothers Roofing had some great reviews on the internet, and called them, and they're real responsive, and were really in tune with what my concerns were, and I made it really clear that I wanted a top-notch job, and I felt like they were the company to do it.
What was your impression of his concerns about putting this job together and doing it right?
Well, it seemed like they had all the capabilities. That's one of the things I was really concerned about. I own a number of rental properties, and I've had some bad experiences with less than professional roofers before, so I wanted to hire a top-notch company.
Well, again, just testament to how good a job Brothers Roofing does. Give us some contact information, Bill, where we can follow up with you.
Well, you can call us at 614-296-1405, or you can look us up on the web, Brothers Roofing and Construction. We're there to help you with anything you have.
Fantastic, Bill. Thanks so much for being on the show. Well, Cool Cat Site Entertainment can make your birthday party or corporate event very special with one of these great inflatables. We had an opportunity to talk to Irish and learn more. How long has this been around? Tell us a little bit about this business.
Well, we've owned Cool Cat Sites for 38 years. We've been around for a long time. We was out there before pretty much anybody with the inflatables. We have over 100 different inflatables, from dunk tanks, carnival games, to many bounce houses, obstacle courses, slides, a little bit of everything.
What seems to be the most popular thing that you have in terms of inflatables?
Bounce houses by far. Every event we do, it seems like they have to have a bounce house, some sort of a bounce house. The hamster balls are a real good one. We have a mechanical bull, giant slides, water slides, obstacle courses, you name it.
I've seen corporate people using these for team building, things like that, right?
A little bit of everybody. We just did the Arnold Schwarzenegger event last weekend. We have schools, churches, daycares. We even come to your house for your private birthday party or graduation party.
Is there a prep thing you have to do?
Well, the bigger the games, the more people you need to set it up and tear down. So you got to think about that. But we just go by what people request. If we get a lot of requests for something, we go buy it. And then that way we have it for the public.
So are these good in winter and summer, year-round?
Yeah, wintertime we can only do like the indoors, like the schools that have big gymnasium, some of the churches that have a big auditorium. Mostly we can't do wintertime because outdoors, you don't want to make the kids freeze, but indoors, like we even have the carnival games that we can take indoors during the wintertime.
Well, give us some contact information, Irish, and let's get some of these out there.
Sure, the phone number is 614-471-3628, and the website is www.coolcatsites.com.
Fantastic. Cool Cats? Very cool. Thank you so much, Irish.
Thanks, Mike.
Would you like your business to appear on an upcoming episode of Out and About Columbus? Send your contact information to info@outandaboutcolumbus.com to learn more.